Alright, let's dive into something that might completely flip your perspective on weight loss. Here's the deal. We've all been told that if you want to shed belly fat, you need to hit the gym hard, sweat buckets, and basically push yourself to the brink. But what if I told you that a simple 30-minute daily walk could be just as effective, if not more so, than those intense workouts? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stick around, because this is where things get really interesting. First off, let's address the elephant in the room, walking. Personally, I've always thought of it as the lazy option, something you do when you're not really in the mood to exercise. But here's the kicker. Certified personal trainer David Zhong argues that walking isn't just a consolation prize. It's a powerhouse for weight loss, especially when it comes to targeting belly fat. What makes this really interesting is that it's not just about burning calories in the moment. It's about the long-term effects on fat oxidation, which, frankly, most people overlook. Now let's break this down. Zhong points out that while cycling or resistance training might torch more calories per session, they don't necessarily tackle visceral fat, the stubborn stuff around your belly, in the same way walking does. And here's where it gets fascinating. Walking doesn't trigger the same hunger response as running. If you take a step back and think about it, this is huge. One of the biggest challenges with intense exercise is that it can leave you ravenous, making it harder to stick to a calorie deficit. Walking? Not so much. This alone could be a game changer for anyone struggling with cravings. But here's the part that really got me thinking: adherence. Zhong mentions that adherence rates for intense exercise programs drop below 50% after 6 months. That's less than half of people sticking with it. Meanwhile, walking programs? They outperform this by a landslide. Why? Because walking is sustainable. It's low impact, accessible, and doesn't leave you feeling like you've been hit by a truck. In my opinion, this is where the real magic lies. Consistency beats intensity every single time, especially when it comes to long-term results. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Zhong stresses that diet is just as crucial as the walking itself. Personally, I think this is where a lot of people get it wrong. They assume that exercise alone will do the trick, but if your diet is a mess, you're basically undoing all that hard work. What this really suggests is that walking isn't a standalone solution, it's a foundation. It's the aerobic base that allows you to build healthier habits over time. And that's what makes it so powerful. One thing that immediately stands out is Zhong's observation that clients who combine walking with cleaner eating habits see results 2 to 3 times faster. This raises a deeper question. Why do we always feel the need to go extreme? Why do we think we need to jump into heavy exercising when a more gradual approach might be far more effective? From my perspective, it's because we're conditioned to believe that no pain, no gain is the only way. But what if the opposite is true? What if slowing down and being consistent is the key to lasting change? Finally, let's talk about the long-term benefits. Zhong notes that the clients who see the most significant changes in body composition are the ones who stay consistent for months, even years. This isn't about quick fixes, it's about building a lifestyle. A detail I find fascinating is that walking can be done anywhere, outdoors, in the gym, even on a treadmill at home. Its adaptability makes it one of the most inclusive forms of exercise out there. And that, in my opinion, is what makes it so underrated. So, here's my takeaway. If you're looking to lose belly fat, don't dismiss walking as the easy way out. It's not just about the calories burned. It's about the hunger response, the sustainability, and the long-term impact on your body. Personally, I think we've been sleeping on walking for far too long. It's time to give it the credit it deserves. What do you think? Are you ready to lace up your sneakers and give it a shot? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.